This is the stage, Aggie Memorial Stadium in Las Cruces, New Mexico. Your college football Saturday continues with a great showdown here on EA Sports. It's the Middle Tennessee State Blue Raiders and the New Mexico State Aggies. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe will be keeping an eye on things on the sideline. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Aggies offense will get the ball first. And this junior wide receiver is a focal point in their passing attack. He's worked his way into this passing attack, and the coaches are very pleased with his progress.
It's pretty amazing when you watch this offense because they're not very talented. They're average, quite honestly, a lot of spots, except the guy at wide receiver, David. He is elite. And today on offense, everything should go through him.
And when you've got one of those guys, you've got a chance, right? One guy that puts fear in the defense. And I love that we continue to see guys have real success at smaller levels, right? It's not just the power four. These are guys that end up getting plucked and go to the next level. You can still be a burner and still have that great speed and route running and develop. And this guy has, and he is one of the best players on he actually is the best player on this team, and he is option number one for this squad.
Ball is loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
Now, this is a receiving group that practices making catches in traffic, and they're used to having guys trying to rip it free. He's got to do a better job of keeping 5 points of pressure after he makes the catch. That's a costly giveaway.
Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one. It'll be 1st and goal from the 2. They'll try to get it in with the run. He is denied, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. The give. Just smothered on the play.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense. You're creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. He stopped short of the goal line, couldn't find his way in, and it'll bring up 4th and goal.
And I like when offenses understand, man, when I get down here in this part of the field really shrinks in the red zone. Get the ball to your playmaker, and sometimes he'll make things happen. And he did there. Got a nice gain, didn't get in the end zone. Now your decision. What do you want to do on 4th down?
I'll try to power it in. I don't think he got anything. He got stopped on 4th and 1.
Now, what a great job by this defense. Never giving up, man. Gave up some yards, get inside their own 1 on 4th and goal. And what did they do a good job of? Getting pushed, man. The big boys getting in the backfield, getting penetration, not letting the hole even open up, and they get the big 4th down stop.
The Aggies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll ride him again. He's got enough for the first down at the 14-yard line, and no matter what happens on this drive, just getting out of jail in your own end is a win.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
Fresh set of downs going up top. Rush is on. Fires to the big fella. He'll go out of bounds at the 22, methodically moving it away from their own end zone. And the Aggies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Rid of it on the RPO. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
This New Mexico State offense is pushing all the right buttons. Misses badly on that one.
And it's not panic time yet for this offense, but last week was a really bad performance. This week, starting off a little bit slow. They got to find some form of rhythm. They got to find some way, get a few first downs, get some playmakers involved, because right now they just seem out of sync.
A 3-yard gain there. It'll be 3rd and 7.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make a miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Turns it upfield. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. So the Blue Raiders come out ready to go on the attack. A really disappointing end to that last drive, David. Getting stopped on 4th and goal, they'll try to regroup.
And I think I'm preaching to my squad right now. Listen, we drove the ball down the field. We didn't just punch it in. Let's put another drive together, Jesse, and this time, let's get some points.
You're right, because there were a lot of positives on that last drive. They did a lot of things really well. They just got to do a better job finishing.
Face mask penalty cost the D 15 yards and a first down. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Wide receiver going in motion. Drops back on first down. They're working that left side.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
They'll try to get it through the air. Right side, it's off. Nice move to keep running. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Still nothing on the board as we open up play here in the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. quick give. It's Shaw. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1. 9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. They'll take the penalty and move them back. That false start might prove to be really costly as now they come to the line with a 2nd and 6. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. Escapes the pressure going right. He can't make the connection, it'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Reels it in. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole and the quarterback throwing a strike.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Kept it on the ground. Now they'll throw. Just missed on the connection. Incomplete. They've got it right on the edge of the red zone, but they face a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed connection on 3rd down.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up for it.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. They're looking for any type of offense to try to get this thing going, down 3-0. Wants to throw on first. Under pressure. He's got it. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field, too. Quarterback has confidence. There's really good timing in this passing game, and you saw it right there between the QB and his intended target, getting that big catch.
Fresh setter downs going to the air. Rush right in his face. Got his man downfield. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
Well, that's 3 throws on this drive and 3 completions and 3 first downs. And it's funny, talking to the offensive coordinator during the week, he said, hey, if my head coach would let me do it, I'd throw the ball 100 times a game. I wouldn't even run it because of how much I trust this quarterback to do the right thing. And that's exactly what's happening on this drive.
Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. They'll need a bunch on second down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Burgess. Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. This will be a 50-yard field goal attempt, and he'll have to curl it in from the right side. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem, big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. Hits inside, it's Shaw. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Guys, let's talk a little about Middle Tennessee. They were really excited about the pickup they got last week. Commitment from a 3-star defensive back, David. And when programs at this level can get guys like that in the building, everybody celebrates.
That whole building gets excited because transfer portal is one thing, but high school recruiting, when you can get somebody out of high school with some raw tools that are really good, you can see the future could be bright. You take those guys, you try to develop them instead of going into the transfer portal.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Setting up the screen. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Third and short now from their own 48. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
You know, it looks like they just flip the ball and everything just magically works. You know why this toss to the left works? Because the wide receivers block. You know, I know you don't say that very often. Most of the time they want to run out, you know, get the glory, catch the ball, but they got to do a good job of blocking. When you toss it on the perimeter, those guys are pivotal for this play to have success. Really good job blocking on the perimeter.
Kept it, and he's past the marker. Hits the slide, got the first down with his feet. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Finds his man on the RPO. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
And they got the completion, but no yards. Now they need to go forward to avoid a 3rd and long. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Caught in the backfield, it's off. Got enough space. Touchdown, Blue Raiders. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Here comes the New Mexico State offense to go on the attack. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down.
I love when quarterbacks do that. When you go back to the guy that made a mistake earlier in the game. Earlier we saw that receiver fumble. Right away the quarterback throws him the football. Don't worry about it. I got you. We need you to win this game. And that's going to help this receiver's confidence and his mojo moving forward. Really good job there by the QB.
Timeout taken by the offense. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Looking for a chunk play on second and short. Oh, big fella almost had a pick right there. Instead, it falls incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Unloads it downfield. Leaping grab for a big gain. All the way! Touchdown, Aggies!
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for two, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And right down the middle. And that extra point leaves us deadlocked here in the second. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Middle Tennessee State comes out onto the field. The offense ready to go to work. Not great field position. We'll see how aggressive they are in the final seconds. Inside a half minute to play. Would they dare go for a score here? Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Past the 6. He finds enough daylight and gets it out across the 45. Out of bounds at the 47, and a big run there. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Motion from the back. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Makes the grab. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Straight ahead, it's Shaw. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. Dead center perfect. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, hard to believe we're a full month into the season. A lot of action in college football here in Week 4. Let's begin with a look at Wake Forest, taking on the number 18 team, the UCLA Bruins. Now back over to your game inside Aggie Memorial Stadium. This running back is enjoying one very productive day. He's the bell cow for this team. They are not afraid to give him the ball, and he's a big reason why they're 2 quarters from a win. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Aggie Memorial Stadium.
New Mexico State will kick it away to open this 3rd quarter. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. They open this 3rd quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Send the tight end in motion. They give it back to him. Enough to move the chains. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Sends it back in motion. Fresh set of downs going up top. Left side is Shaw. He stepped out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together. And with that last grab coming up just short of the sticks, plenty of options here on 2nd and short. Got a little space. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Collins.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
The completion picked up 6 yards on 1st down. Now 2nd and 4. He wants to throw it. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught it. When he catches the football, I've got to immediately impact him so he can't catch it. That's how it's done.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. He's looking to throw. Out wide right, it's off. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. 4th down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. Making the adjustment on the play. Motion from the wide receiver. Snapped on 4th down. Stepping to the right. He'll try to do it himself. Open space at the 25. And he makes it past the 1st down marker. Hits the slide, and they'll move the sticks.
And that's the money down, man. 4th down, you just have to have it somehow, some way. You're calling a pass play. You're trying to get it through the air. Nothing open downfield. And he just takes over. He just tucks the ball and runs, goes and gets it. Great job, great decision-making by the quarterback on that play.
Maybe that stop is a good sign for this defense. Maybe the defense is starting to figure it out. Obviously, offense has been running the football with so much success. Something has to change. That was a good start.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. This time they'll throw it. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. He picks it up, still on his feet.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
3rd and long coming up. The run inside. It's Shaw. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal.
And there is no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can pave holes, like running back now runs through them, successful, move the ball, and most importantly, that clock can tick. But the physical ground game late in the game, that's how you finish opponents off.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. Trying to surge it in. He's going for the goal line. And he's in. Touchdown, MTSU. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
So the kick goes out of bounds, and the ball will be placed at the 40 to start this drive. From the gun, it's Burgess. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The Aggies want to pick up the tempo. With the draw, it's Burgess. Nowhere for him to run again, and now 4th down is going to be a tough one. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. Not a lot of room to field this one. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. So the Blue Raiders come out ready to go on the attack. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
Big play to start this drive, and they're already out at the 48. It's 1st down. We've reached the end of the period. Middle Tennessee is on top. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. So 1st down will open up the final period. Making the adjustment. Drops back on 1st down. The quick out.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback get going the other direction.
Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a 1st down.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the first down and avoid settling for the field goal. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And this one is perfect, and that will extend their lead even further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few. 2nd and long here. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On play action. Oh, pressure's coming. Working the middle. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
In the backfield, it's McKinley. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. And, guys, that completion might have helped the old confidence, but it didn't help the down and distance. 2nd and 10 here. He'll throw it. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Look out! He'll pull it down and run. Quarterback slides, and that is a punch to the gut to any defense to let a quarterback get out and move the sticks there.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from...
Throws toward the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. Long way to go on 2nd down. Running inside, it's Burgess. Oh, he's got some space. He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a first down in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. They're all over him. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. New Mexico State lines up quickly.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
Short gain on the play before he slides. They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. So the defense trying to maximize their clock management. They use the timeout here, and the 2-minute stoppage is coming. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Can't find find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Finding some room inside the 40. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. With a minute 52 seconds left, the defense will use a timeout trying to get the football back. That big play put them in business. Now they're right on the edge of the red zone as they go to work 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control.
Headed to the end zone. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
And the ball is free on the pitch. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on 3rd and goal, and it did not pay off. This kicker's leg is getting a workout. He's already made 3 field goals, and here he comes again. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. Good, right down the boulevard. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Farrell. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
And they'll get to the line and spike it to stop the clock. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. He'll set up to throw. Rush is on. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
Well, this offense hasn't had a ton of success today. It's because I think of some of the issues in the passing game. They've never had the rhythm. Protection has been a bit spotty and iffy. Quarterback's got to raise his level of play here late in this 2-minute situation if they're going to get the win.
Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. And guys, hold that thought just a second because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. So now on comes the field goal unit. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. Never a doubt. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
They won the game today. That's 2 in a row.